Hey everybody, I'm Coach Tom. Welcome to my channel, Creating Your New Reality. I'm a self-actualization coach. What that means is that I help people cultivate, develop, and then express their true authentic selves in the areas of their relationships, their personal development, and their careers. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty important when you want to self-actualize, when you want to become a new person and create a new life. You have to develop a new way of thinking, okay? And really what it boils down to is you need effective ways to reprogram yourself. Now, I've talked a lot about trying to think about the kind of person you'd like to become and the things you want to do and all that kind of a thing. I wanted to talk about a nuts and bolts technique that's going to help you really become that new person and begin to turn the boat around. And it's not going to happen overnight, okay? What you're doing is you're training your brain to think in new ways, and think of it as overwriting a corrupt software program, like when your internet browser, when Google Chrome isn't behaving real well. What do? You delete it, reinstall it, okay? You're right over top of it. That's how it works. So what I'm going to talk about is a time-honored technique that has to do with how to basically reprogram yourself, and that's by the use of affirmations. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of mine, and again, if you need help coming up with some of your own, by all means, hit me up in the box below. You'll see my email address. You'll also see all my Facebook pages, and also please like, share, and subscribe these videos. We want to get the word out to as many people as possible. Now, the thing about affirmations is what they do is they affirm. They speak in terms of making it real to you, okay? They affirm, they agree with, okay? So you want to say things that agree with your new mindset, okay? And what you want to do is, I advocate writing these down. I don't advocate writing them out. Okay, there's a big difference. When you write something down, it gives you a chance to memorize it, plug it into your head, and teach yourself to use it. But what I don't advocate, what some of these gurus do, is write out your affirmation 500 times on alternating Tuesdays, and it's just not... Because they all tell you that, oh, just write down, I am going to receive $1 million. I'm going to receive $1 million. That's what some people are taught to do, okay? And I'll be honest with you, if you don't believe that you're capable of having money, if you've got blocks about money, if you have a shit self-concept that keeps you poor, you're never going to see that $1 million no matter how much you write things out, okay? And you're probably not going to get a lottery ticket anyway. You get rich the same way you go broke. $500 at a time, okay? That's a very key principle that you have to understand. So what I'm talking about is, think about how you want to be in this life, and you think of the affirmation while you're going through your daily life. Like what I think about, okay, is I set out a long time ago to be a very good recruiter, a great recruiter, as a matter of fact. So when I'm at work and I'm just dialing away and I'm reaching out to people that I want to come work for me, or I'm trying to fulfill a role for a client, what I do is, no matter what happens, because not every phone call works out great, I get blown off the phone, somebody hangs up on me, they tell me they're not interested, or worse yet, I get right to the offer stage and they go and they say, you know what, Tom, I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I took a counter offer, which I don't ever recommend you do. I took a counter offer, so I'm not going to go to work for your client or go to work for you. So I have a choice, okay? I could either step back into my limited way of thinking, which says that nothing ever works for me, everything turns to shit that I touch, everything's horrible, blah, blah, blah. Or I can say, you know what? I'm an awesome recruiter. I'm a great recruiter. I'm going to find somebody else. Finding people is easy for me. Okay, so then I just pick up the phone again. You know what? I love recruiting. Recruiting is the coolest thing I could possibly be doing with my day. Okay, I love it. And these are all things that I've accepted as real for me, that I've decided are real for me. When I have, I always advocate taking time to think about where you want to go and what you want to do, well, that's the time you write down your affirmations, okay? And then you start plugging them into your head. That way, when the bullets start flying, when the shit hits the fan, when the rubber meets the road, you can go ahead and just come out with them. You know what? I'm a great recruiter. This is cool, man. This is the best possible job I can have. I'm talking to people. I'm making new friends all day long, and I'm going to make another one. And oh, okay, Joe Fabitz, he's a guy that I hunted through social media. I'm going to call him up and see what his story is. We're going to tell him what he's going to be doing with the rest of his life. It's that fun. And you know what? More often than not, then the right person is right around the corner. But I've prepped my mind. Okay, I've kept myself in a conditioned, a ready state for success. Okay. The other things is you have to think about, you know what, even if you're not seeing it in the reality right now, even though your checking account may not agree with it, you don't say everything's a struggle. You don't say, boy, I sure spend it as fast as I get it. You know, that's an affirmation. And you know what? The longer you keep saying that, the more that money, you're just going to be chasing it. Like if your dog runs away and you go to try to chase it, that's what's going to happen. The closer you think you get to it, it's going to laugh at you and run away. That's what money does. You have to have a different relationship with it. That's a source of a whole other series of videos. But from an affirmation standpoint, you want to think, you know what? Money just flows to me. Money likes me. I like money. Money likes me. It flocks to me. It's easy to get. You know, money's so easy to get. You know, I can help this person out who is having a rough time. Money's easy to get. I'll just replace it next week. It'll just show up. How will it show up? How the hell do I know? Okay. Could it be a winning Keno ticket? Yeah, it might be. Okay. Could your Aunt Esmeralda from Duluth suddenly write you a check? Yeah, it can happen. Or you could be given an opportunity to multiply your money. You could be shown a way to get things through your job that maybe you can increase your commissions or do something. Don't concern yourself with how it's going to happen. It will just happen. Okay, it's karma. It's karmic law, just like the law of sowing and reaping. Okay, you do things with the right attitude, and it comes back to you. Okay, money's got that velocity to it. You give it away, it boomerangs right back to you. It will show up, and sometimes it doesn't show up in the form of money. Sometimes it's opportunity. Other times it's an opportunity working out your way. Things you won't even think about, okay? Never, ever, ever be afraid to be good to other people, okay? It always comes back. So, but these are the things. Like when I talk about, like work, you think about things like I had to look at some of the other affirmations that I've come up with here in my life. You know, I think about that in my day job, that when things get rough and tumble and I get stressed out, you know what? I think, you know what? What I love about my job is I love being with my crew. I love my guys. My guys are great. And, you know, this is the best place that I can be to serve them. Okay? Magically, everything really becomes clear. Things start humming again. So, again, it's really about what you consistently, repeatedly tell yourself, okay? And that's how you start to turn your mind. But it's got to be quick hit. It's in that spur of the moment, because you can't stop living, okay? You have to just go through your day, do your job. The Buddhists say, you know, eat when you need to eat, pass water when you need to pass water, something like that. I'm loosely paraphrasing, but it's just do you, be you, but tell yourself good things on the margins as you're walking through your day. You know what? This is so great. I live in a great country where I can go and there's literally 30 brands of green beans I can buy on the shelf. That's really cool. Whatever it takes. Say positive things. That's the most important thing. When we're talking affirmations, if you want ones that work and good ones, they have to be in the positive, okay? They have to be in the affirmative. When it comes to relationships, you can't always think, you know, women always ghost me. I only get used. People only want me for what I can do for them. No, you know what? I am a boundless resource, okay? I don't have a breaking point. There is no taking advantage of me because I freely give. All right? Look at it that way. You have to look at people want to be around me. I have a lot of friends. Even if you've got 2 friends, you know what? I've got the best friends, and I'm making more. I'm going to make more. They're on the way. I don't see them yet, but they're on their way. All right, you have to do that. Now, some people will listen to things like this, and here's why they don't get involved in affirmations. Because they're like, Tom, I'm a realist. I live in reality. I believe in science. I believe in this. I believe in that. Well, you know what? You're just limiting yourself. All you're doing is deciding that the universe cannot provide for you when you get like that, okay? So you have to open yourself up, and you have to speak. This is speaking things into existence, calling things that are not as though they are, okay? And affirmations have to be positive. We don't get involved in affirmations because we think that we're being delusional, or, everyone's going to look at us. If I speak positively, there are certain people that I don't even hang out with anymore that do I love them dearly, but can I take the negativity? Because all they do is speak doom, death, and destruction on any subject that comes up. It doesn't matter. We could be talking about the state of the world. We could be talking about their checkbook. We could be talking about my dreams and aspirations, and there are people that I know that will just shit all over that. So you know what? Those aren't the people that I reach out and talk to or text and ask, hey, can I have your advice? They're not in my close circle. They're not allowed anywhere near me. Okay. That's a life hack. You want the negative people to stay away from you, but you also want to teach yourself how to be positive. All right. So again, this is how you use these things. It's like a muscle, okay? You have to make it a point that it's habitual, that anytime something comes up, that you speak about it in a positive way, all right? Make it up as you go. You write down a few of them, but make it up as you go. And when you hear yourself say it, when you hear yourself in your mind say it, and you do it over and over and over again, it's going to be automatic. And before you know it, what's going to happen is the universe will only show you the things that you are speaking and that you're affirming, okay? That's the beauty of this whole thing. That's the shift, all right? That's where you're going with this, all right? What do I always say? And I always say a lot of things, but one of the things I always say is that the universe will never show you what it's capable of. It will only show you what you're capable of believing. So how do you show the universe what you're capable of believing? By the thoughts you think and the words you speak. Okay, and these affirmations are really a combination of the two. You can speak them out loud, you can write them down, you can think them to yourself. But again, don't waste your time writing it 500 times, because you know what? By the time you've got 5 of them down, your mind is already wandering to what you want to watch on Netflix. All right. Sometimes we humans are not really wired to do those kinds of things. It's like meditating. All right. You're good sometimes for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's shooting for more than that is really rough. You've got to really be dedicated. Not saying you can't do it, but you know what? Just all I'm saying is don't waste your time scripting something out 500 times, because the hours that you spend doing that could be really spent doing something else. So just think of something small, something tangible that you can think of easily, and carry it with you. And when the bad thoughts come, it's like a video game. Like you just shoot it out of the sky with your affirmation. That's a visual. Maybe that will help you wrap your head around what I'm talking about. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed talking about these tools. Again, you need any help talking about specifically some affirmations we can come up with for you, go ahead, hit my inbox down below. Like, share, subscribe, tell everybody what we're doing. I love you guys. Thank you so very much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.